Today is Friday the 13th, and although I'm not superstitious about Friday the 13th anymore, there was a time when I was a little bit superstitious. I was reminded of that this morning when December 13th, many years ago, fell on the Friday. And I was expecting at the time. So my due dates, depending on which method you believe, were either December 9th or December 12th. And although 12/12 would have been, a date that I would have loved as a birthday for my son, it came and it went, and we were Friday the 13th. And I really did not want to give birth on Friday the 13th. Now, today, that would have been pretty cool. Taylor Swift's birthday's today. Dick Van Dyke's birthday is today. I learned about Dick Van Dyke with Coldplay releasing a video today on his 99th birthday. I have a really good friend who's got her birthday today. So really, in hindsight, it might have been okay. But at the time, I didn't want to give birth on Friday the 13th. And that night, I guess, imagining that we may not have that many date nights left, in the near future with expecting a baby, my husband and I went to see The English Patient in the theater. And we sat in the back row in case we had to make a hasty exit. But luckily, I got to see the end of the movie and enjoy the weekend. It still would take a few days before I would go into labor. And another little connection, which is kind of funny, last night I was telling my husband about the video I posted yesterday about 12/12/24, where I was talking about my mastermind group and how we were talking about this year. Like, one of the takeaways I took was to accept periods of expansion and contraction, and that, sometimes we go and flow and we're expanding and we're growing and everything is, going really well. And then we have other periods where they're not, and it's called a period of contraction. And when I told him that, it's like, do you think about labor when you think of, period of contraction? And it had never occurred to me. So now I can't get that out of my head. So it's kind of funny that now today I'm being reminded of when I went into labor many years ago. So that was a funny little coincidence, or a nudge of, kind of a few different things got me to record this video today. And I think of that with, when we're reviving our memories, or when we're thinking, when we get nudged, whether it's, so for example, today was Friday the 13th, I'm anticipating giving birth. And last week I did another video that I haven't posted yet, and I guess I will now because I'll link to it, that, with my son's birthday coming up, I still hadn't completed the childhood album I had planned for him. And so I had recorded a whole video and how I was going to go work on it, and I shared how I kind of go about planning an album like that, because it's really difficult, and especially in the moment, like as you're going through it, it's very difficult to choose what to keep, and because most of the stuff you can't, like, there's, if you're trying to put 18 years in an album, you can't choose very many things. And so in a way, if you've procrastinated on doing an album that you've always wanted to do, hindsight is amazing, that we get better perspective and it becomes easier to be able to choose what is important, what isn't. So I like to use these nudges to just spend time with my memories, revive things that matter. Even it can be just telling the stories. It's not necessarily about having a project or anything. It can also just be talking about it, remembering. I'll be taking out my baby journal or my pregnancy journal to kind of be reminded of other moments that maybe I forgot about in that time. And I know I had a time capsule I had made. So I think the movie ticket's in there. So it's just a way to just revive our memories when we're given a reminder of special moments and things that we want to remember, than by spending time with our memories. then we will remember them better. So I hope your Friday the 13th was uneventful or wonderful, and thank you for watching.